The north face of Khufu's Great Pyramid does not look like a door. Not anymore. It looks like stone, weathered limestone, ancient weight, a mountain shaped by human hands and left in the desert long enough to become impossible. But behind this face, hidden near the original entrance, modern science has found a corridor sealed inside the pyramid. Not a treasure room, not a royal chamber, a corridor, 9 meters long, hidden inside the most studied monument on Earth. We can measure it, we can map it, but nobody has ever fully explained why it is there. Why hide a corridor inside the stone, if the builders never meant anyone to walk through it?
The story does not begin with a man forcing open a sealed door. That would be easier, more dramatic, too convenient.
Instead, the corridor is revealed by ScanPyramids, an international project studying the pyramid without damaging a single block. Researchers use cosmic ray muon imaging, letting particles from space pass through stone and reveal where empty spaces are hiding. Stone absorbs some particles. Empty space lets more through. When the pattern changes, scientists know something is there. Think about what this means. A monument built 4,500 years ago is being read by particles from the sky. Ancient engineering meets modern physics. Quietly, patiently, without cutting into the monument or disturbing the stone.
What I find extraordinary about this is not simply that the corridor exists. It is where it exists.
Egyptologist Yukinori Kawaye called the larger void an extraordinary discovery, and it is easy to understand why.
When a monument has been studied for centuries, a major hidden space still feels almost impossible.
No gold is reported. No mummy. No inscriptions. Just space, hidden in the body of the pyramid. A deliberate absence inside a monument made almost entirely of stone. That is what makes the discovery so unsettling. The world realizes something simple and astonishing. The most famous pyramid on Earth is not finished speaking. Then the story narrows to the north face, behind chevron-shaped stones above the pyramid's original entrance system.
Smaller than the big void, more direct, more intimate. A hidden corridor where engineering, pressure, and uncertainty meet.
Early measurements suggest at least 5 meters. Later work places it closer to 9 meters long, roughly 2 meters wide, 2 meters high. Not a crack in the stone, but a deliberate architectural space. To understand why that space matters, we have to step back and see the pyramid as a whole. Khufu's pyramid stands on the Giza Plateau, west of the Nile, near what is now Cairo. The Nile makes this world possible. Stone, workers, food, and royal ambition all move through its valley. Khufu rules during Egypt's 4th dynasty, around 2589 to 2566 BC, when Rome and classical Greece do not yet exist.
That distance is difficult to imagine. The world most people call ancient is still far in the future.
And yet here, Old Kingdom Egypt organizes labor, quarries stone, transports materials, and creates something almost impossible. They built this with their hands, thousands of years ago. Not myth, not magic, work. The pyramid originally rises about 146 meters, towering above every human structure for nearly 38 centuries. It is the largest pyramid at Giza, and the only surviving wonder of the ancient world. The other wonders are gone. Burned, broken, collapsed, dismantled, swallowed by time. Khufu's pyramid remains. The pyramid we see now is not exactly what ancient Egyptians saw. Its smooth white casing is mostly gone.
Under the sun, it would have looked brighter, sharper, less like a ruin and more like a statement.
And that statement is royal. The pyramid is a tomb, but never only a tomb. It belongs to a world where the pharaoh is tied to cosmic order, kingship, death, and continuation. Khufu himself is frustratingly distant. One of history's most famous builders, yet personally almost swallowed by the monument, and can vanish almost completely while his shadow remains 146 meters high. Inside, the known structure includes chambers, corridors, the Grand Gallery, and spaces cut both below and within the masonry. The king's chamber holds a granite sarcophagus. The Grand Gallery rises toward it, a corbelled passage of remarkable engineering.
The pyramid is not just built upward. It is thought through inward, with every stone answering pressure.
Stone above stone. Weight managed through angles, chambers, passages, beams, and spaces hidden where the structure needs them. That brings us back to the chevron, the gabled stone structure above the original entrance. In simple terms, the chevron helps cover and protect an internal space from the pressure above. The hidden corridor is not random. It sits behind the north face chevron, above the original entrance zone. This is where engineering matters. Weight matters. Every block above has been pressing down for thousands of years. The surprise is that the corridor may matter because of its position, not because of treasure inside.
Treasure tells us what a civilization valued. Engineering tells us what it understood. And that may be the greater revelation.
There is another human story here too. The people who built it, organized it, and carried the burden. Popular imagination often pictures enslaved masses. The evidence points instead toward organized Egyptian laborers and state planning. Workers, officials, crews, planners, haulers, cooks, surveyors, and stone specialists all become part of the pyramid's hidden story. The Wadi al-Jarf papyri bring us closer to men like Merer, whose records reveal logistics, transport, and daily work. Before it is a wonder, it is a workplace. Before it is a mystery, it is someone's task, and here is where the story gets complicated. Finding a corridor is not the same as understanding it.
The north face corridor is real. Its size is known. Its position is known. Its purpose is not.
One view is that the corridor serves a structural purpose, relieving pressure behind the chevron. In that reading, the corridor belongs to the pyramid's engineering logic, protecting the entrance from enormous weight. This is the grounded interpretation. No hidden king, no treasure, just architecture doing what architecture does, surviving. But another view is more cautious. We know the space exists, but we do not know its final purpose. The research measures the corridor and explains why its location matters, but it does not name its function. So one side sees engineering, the other sees uncertainty. And honestly, both cases are compelling.
What I find extraordinary about this is how restrained the real mystery is. It does not need exaggeration.
A hidden corridor inside the Great Pyramid is already enough. The truth does not need decoration.
There is also the question of whether this corridor belongs to something larger still unseen.
In 2017, researchers identified the big void above the Grand Gallery. Later, the North Face corridor is measured, 2 hidden spaces, 1 monument. Naturally, people want to connect them, but current evidence does not. The corridor does not appear to connect to the big void, though a tiny passage cannot be fully ruled out. So we cannot say this passage leads to the big void. At least, not from the evidence we have.
That restraint matters. The truth is more powerful when we do not decorate it too heavily.
Some researchers see engineering, a hidden space placed behind a chevron to manage pressure and preserve the entrance. Others accept the measurements, but refuse to name the purpose before the evidence allows it. I respect that, because archaeology is often the discipline of waiting for better evidence. The pyramid has already waited 4,500 years. It is unlikely to be rushed by us. Beneath this debate is the larger question. How was the Great Pyramid built with such scale and precision? We know stone was quarried, transported, lifted, arranged, and aligned. We know this was work, not magic.
But the full sequence, the exact engineering process, remains debated, and the corridor sharpens that debate.
If hidden spaces managed pressure, the internal architecture may be more sophisticated than a simple chamber map suggests. The pyramid is not merely a stack of stones. It is a system of weight, silence, and intention. Standing before Khufu's pyramid, it is tempting to ask what is hidden inside. But perhaps that is not enough. Maybe the better question is what the pyramid is still teaching us about the people who built it. They were not primitive. They were not guessing. They were solving problems in stone with astonishing confidence. That confidence still holds after thousands of years, beneath desert wind, lost casing stones, and unanswered questions.
The hidden corridor may never become a treasure story, but it gives us something quieter, a glimpse of intention.
A space built for a reason we can measure, but not yet fully understand. And that is why I keep coming back to one question, the one the pyramid refuses to answer. If the most studied pyramid on Earth still has unexplained corridors, what else remains hidden in plain sight? The ancient world does not give up its secrets all at once. It leaves routes, fragments, absences. Next time, we follow another lost structure, buried not beneath stone, but beneath the silence of a vanished civilization. Because sometimes history does not disappear. It waits quietly until we finally learn how to see it.